Hitchhiking on a road like this would be very frustrating. Because if anybody did come along, you would see them like 10 miles away, and you would watch them come slowly. It would take minutes for them to get to you, and then they'd still probably go by. There's no food here, except the millions of metric tons of wheat on either side of the road. Well, not on that side really, but on that side. It's kind of quiet here. Except for that bird, he's loud. I'm gonna go get some orange juice now. Next to a towel, which of course is the most important thing to travel with at all times, a metal cup can serve so many uses, like getting orange juice.
We're tonight in Clinton, Missouri, and Mr. Brown had gotten a little separated from us, so he came in a few hours after we sort of settled in and decided to get an early start this morning, so we're all separated. 3 bikes are behind us, Al is in front of us, and we're headed to Florence, Kansas for the big festival, which Al is going to go ahead and get there early so we can kind of get things settled for us. And we're going to try to make fast time. No back roads, highways all the way, get there as quick as possible.
Well, hi, it's Saturday morning. I'm outside Topeka, Kansas on the Kansas Turnpike, traveling by myself this morning. I just wanted to get out and get some miles on me, and the weather had been really bad yesterday, but it's not as bad today. I'm in kind of an interesting type of structure. Traditionally, a real turnpike has limited access, and one of the kind of big evolutions in fast food in this country were the contracts that went with the service areas of the turnpikes, and those contracts were made with the state. So if you had a restaurant, like a fast food restaurant, like say Howard Johnson's, that could make a deal with the state, then you had kind of a captive audience, because all the people that come into this service area, they don't have any choice. They have to either come here or they have to pay to get off of the turnpike, which is not what most people want to do. Take the turnpike down, then get on 50 and come across to Florence. That's where I'm headed, right there. And I have to tell you, I'm late. I've been late this whole trip. I don't know what it is, because I don't know, I stop and talk too much, I think. Seeing your name on a marquee in the middle of a town you've never been before, that's pretty exciting for me. Yep, Alton Brown and his TV crew will be with us this weekend. That's true. We will be. We're here.
And the chuck wagon is across the street on 50.
The chuck wagon?
Yeah, it's a local
The chuck wagon?
diner.
Diner? More than any other food, pie sums up all that is good and holy about road food. I remember my grandfather was a long-distance trucker before World War II, and he said that he and his partner would live for days, literally days, off of coffee and pie. And they had mapped the entire eastern seaboard of the United States by pie stops, and they would have fruit pie in some places, they would have chocolate pie in some places, and to them it was just pie and coffee. And get this, he actually believed. Do you need help? You're not very good one. He actually believed that it was the most nutritious thing that they could be eating on the road, and he managed to convince himself of that. So later on in life, when he would take me on trips, we would sometimes just eat, nothing but pie for a couple of days. And this is like when I was an 8-year-old kid. And then every now and then he'd stop and make me eat some tomato soup so he could tell my mom that I was eating my vegetables. Here we have the menu for the Spring Fling. You can see that all the major food groups are represented, starting with, of course, barbecue. We've been barbecuing ourselves ever since we left Savannah. I thought we would run out of barbecue by the time we got to Kansas. Obviously, I was mistaken, but in this case, it's beef. We're moving into beef territory, so no pork barbecue here. So we've got the brisket, that's, of course, the front chest area. Then, of course, we have some tube steak happening there, potatoes, baked beans, and dessert. Not that I'm going to need any of that after the 8 pieces of pie that I helped eat this morning. I'm starting to feel a little shaky about that. So we have found our pie lady. This is Marjorie Osborne. Is that right? Osgood, who baked all the pies that we had down at the chuck wagon today. Just a couple of questions. How long have you been baking?
Probably about 50 years.
50 years. Do you remember your first pie? If you remember.
Yes, it was an apple pie for my dad.
For your dad. So how did he like it? Was it a good pie, the first
Well,
one?
it was pretty good, except I got the cinnamon can, and my grandmother had given my mother some hot pepper, and I thought it was cinnamon. And I used hot pepper for cinnamon.
So your dad's like,
So it was a very hot pie.
but I bet he ate every bite of it.
Yes, he did.
That's because Dad used her
Took the
that
top
that way.
off and ate the rest of it.
Well, you definitely didn't get your cinnamon switched up in any of the pies that we had today.
I don't think so.
So we all tasted them. We had your coconut cream, the chocolate meringue, the custard, the rutabaga, a blackberry, rhubarb. Sorry, rhubarb. What did I say? Rutabaga?
Rutabaga.
No, that makes a very bad pie. Rhubarb, blackberry, loganberry. Is that right? Loganberry and an apple. Out of those, which would be your favorite?
Apple.
The apple? We like the apple a lot. It had a nice caramel thing going to it. You perfectly cooked. First off, your pastry's dead on. Just great. But we did all opt out for the blackberry pie above all. And then in the fruit category and in the custard category, it was really a tie between the custard and the chocolate meringue. Although if I only had another entire chocolate meringue pie, I might be able to better evaluate the situation.
Oh, not good.
So we down south, we're doing this trip where we've been driving from Savannah, we're going to Los Angeles, and down south, it's cake ladies.
Yeah.
You know, restaurants will have a bunch of cakes, so we've got a cake lady in town. So in this neck of the woods, it's pie, I guess. More than cake?
It kind of varies.
Back and forth between the two?
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself primarily a pie lady or also a cake lady?
I like to do both, but I do pies the most.
Or maybe you should talk.
That's my job.
Well, maybe you should get the people of the chuck wagon to get some cakes. You know, a good
You'd have
just
to
layer
talk to
cake.
Miss Linda.
Well, I will talk to Miss Linda about that. I'll go down there tomorrow and talk to her about that. Well, thank you very much.
Well,
We're glad to
thank you.
finally connect a lady to the pies because we enjoyed
because
them.
I run all over this town looking for you guys.
You were looking for me?
Yes.
Day 14, 5:07 in the evening, and we are in Leota, Kansas. Right there. Yes, we're still in Kansas, but it's a very long state. Why stop in Leota? Well, they've got this snazzy looking little market, and I really do believe that markets are your best way to spend money on the road as far as food goes. So I need to pick up some supplies. But mostly I'm interested in these bicycles, or more exactly the people riding on these bicycles. Obviously, they are on a long haul tour, and I'm quite interested into what they consider to be road food. Let's find out. I have found them. I spotted them by their spandex. Usually in Kansas, people don't wear spandex unless they're on long bicycle trips. So I have here Marcia and Brooke. And what I want to know, how long have you been on the road?
This is the beginning of our 6th week.
6 weeks. On bicycles the entire time. 6 weeks. That's hard. So food is obviously, road food is something completely different to you guys. I mean, to us, it's sitting around a table eating greasy hamburgers. To you, it's about fuel and fiber and all these things. So tell me about your diet on the road and what you've gotten here at the grocery store.
The most important thing is knowing that your diet on the road is nothing like your diet at home. Because at home we eat organic bulk foods, and on the road we eat Milky Way and other Mars products. So there's an extra calorie allowance.
Okay, so.
And so more food and cheap food.
Okay.
So you go for generic.
So what do you have here? You have here
This is breakfast.
a crunchy granola device. You've got the always required peanut butter.
Yes.
Okay, peanut butter for fat, for carbs, for protein.
We go through 80 ounces a week.
80 ounces of peanut butter a week. So, okay, that's a lot. So that's like 4 times a day. Do you just like spoon it out and stick it in your mouth, or you put it on everything?
Put it on everything.
I actually have a list of everything we put it on.
You've actually made a list.
It's that interesting. Last night was angel food cake, Hershey bar, peanut butter for dessert.
Now those are three very different textures. You've got a hard candy bar, a very creamy, sticky peanut butter, and then a completely gushy, fall apart kind of cake. How did you make a?
The angel food cake was actually pretty solid for an angel food cake. So.
It's like fallen angel food cake.
Right.
Okay.
So you just layer the peanut butter on there, put a Hershey bar on top, and it was
It's
delicious.
kind of like a s'more, but not.
Yeah.
Okay. You have honey.
Yeah.
Goes in everything, and it's a
Pretty
big
much.
energy. Squeeze the bear. You got bananas because you want your potassium and calories, and you need fiber because happy girls are regular girls. And you got some vegetables here. You got your corn chips.
That's the
How do
dinner.
you carry these? Don't these get crushed in your bags?
We eat them all.
Yeah. Actually,
There's no
this is-
leftover
yeah.
chip.
So it's a single serving container.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 pound of chips will be. You'll crack this open and down that.
These are all the wrap contents. Here's the wrap.
Okay. So you're gonna make kind of some quesadilla type things. So you got that. You've got some cucumbers. You've got some onion. Are you actually cooking?
No.
You're eating everything
We
raw.
do have a stove. We just like some nights we try to cook and some nights we get tired of it.
Sure. So you just want to be able to slice and dice and go. And your stove's probably very small.
Canister's about that big, and the stove part is just a little tripod that sits on the canister.
Okay.
And then you set the pot on there.
Got it. I think I have one of those ones. So you've also got
You
America's
forgot
favorite
the
toast.
most important ingredient in the
Ooh, canned chili beans.
And black
for the
beans.
regular girls.
So there's a lot of carbohydrate here.
Yeah.
Do you ever stop at restaurants or anything like that? Do you ever eat at little joints you find along the way? I mean, does anything ever call to you?
Ice cream. Ice cream calls to me every day, and then about once a week we stop and get it. We did stop at one restaurant somewhere in Virginia, and as we picked up the menu, the roach climbed down off the table. We ate for
Appetizer.
$20.
Yeah, 4 people for $20. It was a cheap meal.
Yeah, and we ate a lot, but that was
So you tend to stay away from
But, right.
the kind of things that we're drawn towards.
unless someone else is buying. We went to a Mexican buffet in Hutchinson, Kansas.
Right.
Incredible damage, but wonderful food.
What kind of damage?
Wow.
Financial damage or
no,
body
no.
damage?
They
You
bought
just
it
packed
for us.
in?
We ate
Yeah.
it.
How did that feel the next day on the bike?
I felt pretty peppy.
Yeah, it was okay.
Peppy? Peppy. She felt peppy. I would have felt like a nap.
Actually, my stomach was making some noises the next day because I ate too much.
Okay, so you've got you're drinking soy milk with your granola. You've got some cookies.
Mandatory dessert. That's
Well, you're burning plenty of calories, so you can eat pretty much whatever you want. But all together, from a nutritional standpoint, I would give this an A-. And only an A- because of the problem.
these are our other staple, and that's it.
A lot of granola, a lot of crunchy stuff. And for vegetables, you've got salsa.
And we have a high fruit representation. It's just that we bought it yesterday.
You bought all your fruit yesterday.
Pretty
So
much.
your husbands are up the road putting up tents and things. And so they make you come into town to buy the groceries.
We hunt and gather.
You hunt and gather. A lot of folks don't know this. People think that early man, that the hunter-gatherer societies, that the women did all the work, while the men, sat around and planned a once-a-month hunting trip where they would, kill, mammoth or something like that. But in truth, we found, anthropologists have found that hunter-gatherer societies usually work together. Men and women working together, and so obviously the chores have been divvied up appropriately here. If your husbands were coming to do the buying, would this look like this?
If my husband were doing the buying, there would be a lot more of this.
A lot more of that.
Steve were doing
If
the
my
buying.
husband would be doing the buying, we wouldn't have these.
Oh, he's the disciplinarian.
And
And more generic.
more generic, yeah.
But a couple of these.
Would there be a 6-pack of beer?
No.
Wow. So this is some kind of suffering pilgrimage you're on. Thanks, girls. Thanks very much for your time, and we'll buy your groceries now. Come on.
All right.
See, general stores. Back before there were restaurants on the side of the road, this is where people, got food. I mean, there's probably a good 100 years of American history where the general store, the country store, was where America ate. Cruising down through the San Juan Mountains, just north of Pagosa Springs in Colorado, we have encountered Lake City and an honest-to-goodness country store, really a general store. How do I know it's a real general store, not just a market? Well, come here. Sun tea brewing on top of the ice maker. You don't see that at the Mega Mart. Now there's a question my big city butcher has never asked me. Nope. In a real general store, artillery and anchovies are on the same aisle. And as you can see, the little kids' toys are appropriately placed next to the big kids' toys. I like that. Now this is hunting territory, right? A lot of hunting around here? Elk, mostly?
Yes, mostly elk, mule deer, some bear hunting, some bighorn sheep hunting, some antelope hunting.
Now, you've got a lot of butchery equipment here, and I can't help but notice a Mac Daddy grinder. If I bag myself an elk up in the hills, can I drag it in here in my truck, and you'll break it down for me and do all of that?
It would work out a little more smoothly if you did wait until season starts.
Well, I won't do it today, because I'd probably be arrested or something. So it won't be. When does the season start?
Archery season begins toward the end of August, runs through most of September, and then in October the rifle seasons begin and run through late November.
Wow. So I guess it's impossible to get any elk meat right now.
Oh no, not at all. We have elk over in the freezer.
Oh, that's the God elk sign.
God
That's,
elk
I saw it
sign,
outside.
that's
Okay,
right.
so I can buy frozen elk.
The only elk that we can sell you, it has to be ranch-raised elk that is USDA inspected.
Oh, so if I can't have any elk that was, taken in the wild, so to speak.
I can give you some elk that I personally harvested, but I'm not allowed to sell it to you.
Give me? Just because I'm a nice guy, kind of give me?
Just because.
See, it's good to be on television. That's why I get these things. Well, I would be delighted to have a taste of your elk, and I will cook it up for my guys.
Only if you share us the recipe after you're finished.
Well, I was hoping you would give me a recipe.
Oh, well.
I don't know when I've ever cooked elk before. I've cooked mule deer, and I've cooked antelope, and I've cooked bison, but I don't think I've ever cooked elk. Any rules?
As you well know, with most wild game where you don't have marbling within the meat, you either do not want to cook it beyond medium rare, or if you are going to go beyond medium rare, then you definitely want to marinate that so that you don't get a tough.
Does it stew okay? Can you stew it?
Certainly.
Okay. Well, you get my chili ready, and I'll tell you what, I'll go get some out of the case, and I'll take your free offer.
Okay, we'll give you some elk sirloin.
Okay, I'm back with the, so this is, I've got a ribeye, frozen ribeye, and I've got some ground elk that I'll try, and some sausage, bratwurst, smoked elk cheese bratwurst.
So you're going to be lighting up a grill.
I don't see, we're definitely going to be firing up something, yes, large amounts of heat. So that's all ranch raised somewhere nearby?
Yes.
Or is it far away? Do you know where it comes from?
Our supplier is from Colorado, and I believe they receive their meat from various places.
And this is yours.
Here is some elk harvested in the wild. That is sirloin. Now that has been tenderized.
So this has already been tenderized.
Has been tenderized.
Would this be perhaps something I can make country fried steak out of?
Excellent.
Certainly.
Country fried steak, that's what I'll do.
Both of our daughters will go through a whole package if it's...
A package of this. Of course, I guess I could chop it up and put it in my 12-volt crock pot as well. But all right, let me try this supposed lean and hot chili. You got a spoon I can borrow there? Lean and hot.
There's one right there.
That's not very... Where are you folks from originally?
The great state of Texas.
Oh, that explains this chili. You have a Lone Star I could wash this down with?
No, you're in Colorado. It has to be a course.
I don't think that would do it. I think I would need something a little more potent. Wow, that's good chili. That's amazing chili. Can I make, maybe some cheese on that? I'll put a little cheese on that. Maybe that'll cool things down a bit. Well, you guys have a great shop. Keep up the work.
Thank
you very much.
Oh, jeez.
Is that it?
Well, unless you've got something else I need around here, like, Hey, what's this?
A hot paper?
What's a hot piper?
I have no idea.
It's a stainless steel manifold oven. Hey, Jared, wake up. See what you can do with this. Yeah, check it out.
For a snowmobile.
Hey, an engine's an engine.
See what I can do.
Hi, welcome to Johnson Village, Colorado on US 24. Boy, I can tell you, I didn't think that I would yearn for the warm straightaways of Kansas quite so soon, but the temperature's right around 40, and the wind chill must be at, I don't know, 15. It's just a solid gale off of the open grasslands over there. Not very comfortable, but we're riding through it. We're just leaning. As far as the food around here, the offerings are kind of like what we've seen at a lot of little junctions. A lot of hamburgers, a lot of egg dishes. We're gonna have to push on though. We don't have a lot of time to stay here because we're losing our light. So once again, I'm feasting on chocolate. Keep up the energy, you know? Well, I definitely won't feed myself.
The plates are hot.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. The bottom was like slight warm.
Oh, here. No, that'll click off.
That was a...
And cut.
Hurry, show the marshmallows to the audience. This is what's going to happen after.
Marshmallows. We're gonna roast marshmallows on Feasting on Asphalt. But we're gonna do it in absolute complete darkness. Just gonna turn the poor thing off. Day 15, morning. Hungry. Where are we? Lamar, Colorado. Right there. What stopped us? Need I say more? I don't think so.
How are you? Can I help you?
Howdy, ma'am. I reckon I need some donuts.
Okay.
I'll have 17 jelly donuts, 4 of your the butterflies, 16 Long Johns, 4 fried cinnamon rolls, 4 honey buns, 16 twists, 3 pine cones, all the jelly donuts you have, 4 Bismarcks,
be kidding.
and 3 rosebuds.
I'll show you what I have.
This is a donut shop, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You do
You
have
came
that.
a little bit too late.
Late?
If you would have come in about 5:30 in the morning, we would have had everything that you ever wanted.
5:30 in the morning, simply uncivilized. Well, show
Well,
me
I'm
the
sorry.
specialties of the house.
These are pine cones. It's a cinnamon roll,
Pine cone,
twisted
okay.
and cut up.
That looks hard to
And
make.
this one is basically like a pine cone, but it's round and it's got raspberry through the dough.
Is that the rosebud?
This is a
Okay,
rosebud.
that's a rosebud. Okay, good.
And these are our honey buns, and they
What's
they
that on
make
top
them,
there? What kind of nut is that?
Kind of a crunchy,
Crunchy granola-y kind
type.
of
It's
stuff?
it's not a peanut or nothing. It's
Okay,
a crunchy.
no
deal.
peanuts. Okay.
And then we have our fritters. Our apple fritters are, I mean, people just love these things because
Why?
it's cinnamon and apple and sugar, and then they're pressed down, and they've tried making them, you know, fat, but people don't want them fat. They like them.
Do they put them on? They cook those on a griddle, like a pancake?
No, they're
or they
deep
just,
fried.
They
They're
deep fried.
They're deep fried, just like all the rest of
So
these
this
dough
is health
rolls
food,
are
by and large.
deep fried.
Okay, what else you got there?
Okay, now our pecan rolls is baked roll.
Okay,
and
baked,
it's
yeast risen.
Sticky buns is
Sticky
what
bun.
people call them.
Yep.
And these are also baked too, and these are our cream cheese rolls.
Pink
Cream
cheese rolls. Okay, I'm sorry, don't get it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, all right. Keep going.
And then these are our twists, and we have them in chocolate, cherry,
Yeah.
vanilla,
Okay.
and the glaze,
Okay.
and the chocolate.
That looks like a chocolate eclair. What's that?
And this is a chocolate Long John.
Long John.
And we, the back, they fill some of them in the morning.
Some of
and
them.
then some aren't filled because some people don't want them filled.
Filled with what?
With a cream. We have a white cream, we call it an angel cream, or we have a Bavarian type cream.
Bavarian.
But we have a little machine and we just zap it in there and, you know, fills it up and then
Zap
the
it.
other side.
Okay, got it.
And these come also in cherry and vanilla and maple and the whole bit.
How do you know when they all look the same? How do you know which one's which?
Because this is maple. They'll come that.
Oh, they come like that, okay.
Yeah, they'll come that.
So, and you got some donuts. So,
And I have donuts.
So I'll tell you what, we'll take all of this stuff and all of the donuts except the ones with, well, no, sprinkles. Tom, you like sprinkles? Yeah, Tom likes sprinkles. So we'll take all the donuts and
All the sprinkles.
yeah, all of those except.
And these are old fashioned. This is a buttermilk
Oh,
type donut.
Can I see that just to make sure that it's authentic? No, she's not going to let me touch it. Oh.
There you go.
Do you know where the hole in the donut came from?
No, from the donut.
Well, supposedly. Well, I'll tell you later. Let's buy some donuts.
Okay.
Okay, is it rolling? Okay, good. Hi, morning 17, 18, not sure. Expedition Leaders Log. We are in Gunnison. Is that right? Gunnison, Colorado. Yes, Gunnison, Colorado. Got here, it was pretty cold, couldn't find a place to camp, so we decided to stay in a little motel actually. It's nice, it's clean. It's a lot like 90% of the places I stay when I'm on the road for work. Now, I know this whole motorcycle trip probably looks exciting and glamorous, and it is in its way, but believe me, most of the travel that I undertake in a year puts me in places a lot like this. And sometimes I really want a home-cooked meal, even after I've been on the road for a really long time. And you look around a hotel room, you're like, how am I gonna do that? Well, my friend, as long as you've got a hotel room with one of these guys right here, you're gonna be okay. Behold, just in walking through hotel lobbies and airports and things like that, in just a one-day period, you can easily pick up a bag of herbal tea. This is just an orange infusion. It's not even really tea. I've got myself some oatmeal. I prefer the long-cooked stuff, but you know, this is the regular fast cook, but not the instant. And I've also got some mixed fruit jelly and a little bit of honey here. It's everything that I need for a fantastic homemade breakfast. So all I've got to do is I take my little coffee maker basket and I pop in the little tea infusion. You don't have to do this, but I think it adds a nice little flavor. That's going to go over there. Oh, water. I'm going to need about a cup, and usually for this it's a cup and a half, but I like to use a little bit more. So I'm going to use a cup. This calls for half. There, okay. Now, this we pour in the top, of course, and just use cold water out of your faucet. Hotels, hot water often tastes pretty funky, so I'm not going to use that. There we go. And the oatmeal goes into the carafe. And I've actually done this with slow cooking Irish oats. I just had to do it overnight and get up and push the on button a couple times. A couple of models, once you learn your way around hotel coffee machines, you'll find out don't have an automatic cutoff, which is pretty cool. So, there we go. I'll go ahead and put my jelly in there. There we go. And the honey. That way the flavor has time to kind of saturate the oats, which is good. Better for a meal on the go. There we go. Now you might think this is kind of crazy food hacking, but the way I look at it, this is kind of doing what the early pioneers did and what hunter-gatherers have always done, which is make use of what is in the environment. And you've got to think about the fact that this is, this kind of motel is a very common environment. So we hit the on button and wait for breakfast. There. By the time that you've taken a shower and gotten yourself all dolled up, you're ready for breakfast. And a lovely little pottage we have here. gently flavored with the orange and the berries and the honey. Okay, could have used a little bit of salt. I'll grant you that. But that's about all it needs. Nice. Hiya. Here I am in eastern Colorado, about 5 miles outside the city of Lamar. I'm out of gas. We thought there were gas stations, you know, there were. They were closed for some reason, and I'm not actually 100% out of gas. I think I've got enough to crank it again, but I wouldn't make it even 500 feet down the road. And there's some pretty trees here. So what does this have to do with food, road food? Well, I don't have any food, so I'm gonna break out my Army survival manual that I packed and start foraging, because although I can forage for certain plants where I live out in Georgia, there aren't many plants here that I recognize, frankly. So I think I see some baby nettles and I see some wild onions. So I'm going to start collecting some food, and then I've emailed ahead. I've left a message for my guys who went on where I think I am, and hopefully they'll come back for me. Yep, tonight would be nice. Otherwise, I'll be making camp under this tree. The one with the posted "No Trespassing" sign on it. I can only hope that whoever has posted that sign isn't too serious about it. Remember how I said I wanted to find some buffalo or chips or cow chips to use as fuel? Well, there's somebody's chips right there. Maybe I'll get an opportunity to use them for cooking. Problem is, I don't have any food. Still working on that one. Ooh, more chips. They're not edible. Well, I mean... Just as I was cracking out my Army survival guide circa 1971, the troops arrived and kept me from having to eat my own flesh. Or that tree, or that plant, or the fly that was sitting there a minute ago. You've brought petrol, I trust.
Oh, just a little.
Just a little bit? Just a bit? Because the things that are in this survival book don't look very yummy. I don't want to eat grubs from, well, I'll eat grubs. Maybe there's one under this log over here. I'll go look. I picked a lovely spot, but with a posted sign. There might have been some grubs over here. Ugh, barbed wire. I'm not going over there. Nope. I think I'll just take the gas option. Excellent. That's the stuff I need right there. The Go Juice. Thank you. The Santa Fe Trail was America's first real commercial interstate, which made it possible for wagon trains to trek 600 miles across the ocean of grass that was the American prairie. The trail opened up international trade between the U.S. and Mexico, served manifest destiny by moving troops into the Mexican-American War, and eventually made the settling of the West possible. Although you can still follow the wheel ruts of the Santa Fe Trail, unless you've got a taste for prairie dog, there's not much road food to be had. Santa Fe Trail. This is outside of Dodge City. And a great story. You know, so much Western expansion went down that road. And in a way, the Santa Fe Trail was the first freeway because so much traffic moved back and forth because it was the only way to move goods out of Santa Fe, what became Santa Fe, New Mexico, into the east. Okay, I am here in Mexican Hat, Utah, which was kind of an important destination for me. I've always wanted to see this place, kind of a legend. And I want to talk about one of my rules for successful traveling, and that is always drink the water. That's right, the local water, which may seem kind of scary to you. It certainly probably won't taste unlike your water, but one of the things that I'm bugged about these days is that we all drink the same brand of water, so all water tastes the same. Water should taste like the place that you are. feels a little bit different, tastes a little bit different. It's good, but it's different, and that's the important thing. So wherever you go, always stop and drink the water. Ah, that's good. So you're kind of the matriarch here.
I
You're the
guess
mom,
you'd
you're
say, yeah.
the head honcho.
Yeah.
Do you really run things around here? You can tell me.
I'll tell you. Yeah, I kind of do.
You do. You keep Bob in line,
Yeah.
and you know he wears the cool hat and kind of yeah.
He's a show horse, I guess.
The show horse. Yeah. People see him and say,
He
"Wow."
sings, yeah.
But meanwhile, you're in there doing the books. And
Yeah. Well,
running
no,
around
he
the
does
lodge.
books.
Yeah. So what do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah.
I boss everybody, I guess.
You boss everybody, which is the family.
Yeah.
So you basically boss the family.
Yeah.
And since you're the mother, that kind of
Yeah.
makes sense.
Keep them on line.
Are some of the family members better employees than others? Maybe you shouldn't answer that. You might get in
Yeah.
trouble. You might get me in trouble for asking.
Yeah.
You pretty much exist here because of that road going by here, don't you?
We do.
That road
Yeah.
is the lifeline.
Yeah, it is.
You know, you guys could put in a big old buffet and just bring those tour buses in here one after the other. Why don't you do that?
We don't want to do that. We just want to keep it
Why? Why don't you?
just simple and people that we can relate to and talk one-on-one with and visit with people. And
Yeah.
we meet people from all over the world, and that's what we want. We don't want to just in and out, you know.
Fast food.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We run the steakhouse like half the time. My mom and dad run it the other half of the time.
You're
and my,
referring to this?
my brother, yeah. Yeah.
That's
the
not really what I
steakhouse.
would call a steakhouse.
Well,
That's
no,
a
it's
grill
the grill.
that swings. It's not. I can't even stand still. In a
My
zinc
husband
bar.
my husband designed the grill, and his
Oh, yeah?
stepfather built it.
The world famous swinging
Yeah.
grill. What's your favorite part of being here?
People, I think. Yeah.
What people?
Just everybody from the
Strangers?
world over. You find that the majority of people in the world are just really wonderful. There's just goodness from everywhere, and it feels good.
To get to know
it just
people?
feels
To
good
meet
to
people?
know that people are pretty much the same everywhere, I think, and I'm sure maybe they're on vacation, it brings out the best in people, I don't know, but it's heartwarming to know that people on the other side of the globe feel the same way that we do, that they're just like us, and that people are still searching for something spiritual and something right. And through food, it seems like you meet them. I don't know, it's
We've
people.
all got to have it. We all got to have food.
Well, I just know this is a comfy little place. We came up here to see the boy, his grandma and grandpa. They own the bar here. And well, I was hungry, so Alan's grandma ordered me dinner. It was very, very good. You know what I thought? The first time I walked up here, I thought, what a lovely little place. I'm a John Wayne fan. I seen lots of John Wayne pictures. I know why you're here. You're shooting people to put them on TV so that they can tell you what they think of the place here. One thing I'd like to say, this bar is the best bar ever.
Thank you very, very much. I'm going to get your mom to sign something. We'll put you on TV.
Come on.
As we get ready to head out of Mexican Hat, Utah, and head west towards Las Vegas, I'm struck by the similarities of the Mexican Hat Lodge behind me. I don't know if you can see that in this light. But how similar it is to what Harlan Sanders had going in Corbin, Kentucky back in the 40s. I mean, remember, he had a little hotel. First he started with a garage, then he had a very, very small restaurant, then he added a few rooms. He came up with food that had very few items, but a lot of character, and he had a lot of character. And that's kind of like what Bob's got going here, you know? He's kind of the front man for the operation, has a big personality. They've got the whole swing and grill steak thing. They've got the few rooms. It's Kentucky Fried Chicken. Circa, 1943. Now, I'm not saying that the Mexican Hat Lodge will be an international chain in 40 years, but hey, who's to say it won't? I kind of like that idea. I mean, if a family like Bob's can carve out and hold this chunk of beautiful, but, you know, not exactly opportunity-filled desert, then who's to say if they don't have the drive or the will to do so that they couldn't turn this into something really huge. But and the other side of it is maybe it's as big as they want it right now. You know, Harlan Sanders in the end had to sell his name, sell his place. I guess he kind of sold everything. Did he die a rich man? Yeah, he did. Odds are good. Bob's not gonna die a rich man. Might die a happy man, though. That's all right.